Okay, today. This is actually going to start off as one of my useless shit that you buy from Huckberry videos. But the more I used this thing, the more I have been impressed with its design. This is the VSSL Java G25. It comes with a 25 and a 45 version. 45 one just a little bit bigger, you know, in case you're using it for multiple people. But actually, I'm going to get into that later about using this one for multiple people. Anyway, I got this thing off of Huckberry, which I hate, because they try to peddle just so much shit. And I was ready to ream this thing in the butt. Up until I used it. And then I didn't really like it, and then I used it again. And I liked it a little bit more, and then I used it again, liked it a little bit more, and then just now I'm sort of really impressed. Why would you want to have a portable coffee grinder? If you're somebody that camps or travels a lot, goes to a hotel, enough said. If you've ever had hotel coffee, then you know why you would want to bring your own grinder. Hotel coffee sucks. And if you're somebody that camps, obviously you're going to want a nice cup of joe in the morning. What better way to do it than with this thing? Now, it comes in this fancy box. The box is almost as well built as, let me make sure there's nothing in it. The box is almost as well built as the damn coffee maker itself. There's papers and instructions and a bunch of shit. By the way, I should have read the instructions. I'll also get into that in a moment. And then it comes with this beautiful little like felt pouch that you can stash it in to keep it safe. This thing is made out of stainless steel and aluminum. It is built like a tank. Mine is already scratching and getting dents in it. It's getting a good patina. It doesn't affect the way it operates at all whatsoever. It's going to get dinged and beat up. But that might be the beauty of one of these things. This thing is just built out of such premium materials that it's one of those things that's just gonna keep working for 100 years, no matter how old and beat up it looks. The bottom here is where your ground coffee goes.
Bottom off.
This thing, which is what made me hate it at first. This is a knob, okay? And what it does is it magnetically connects to the top here to make grinding easier, to have better leverage. Like a idiot moron, I was using this tiny little thing for 25 people at a rental beach house. Because I thought that this thing, which comes shipped, screwed onto the bottom here, I thought that it was some like weird grind setting preserver compressor buck. I don't know what the hell I thought it was. Nobody in the rental could figure out what the fuck this thing was. If only we had read the instruction manual and figured out that it magnetically clips to the top. Also very smart, it's a magnet so it doesn't fall off. And then you grind, just gives you a little more leverage when you grind the damn coffee. By the way, the handle on it is adjustable. So like it gets bigger and smaller, again, give you more leverage. Very, very clever. And then when you are finished with it, you just simply screw the handle back on. You can screw this thing back on the bottom. Screw the cup back on the bottom, which by the way is gasketed. So it's got a little rubber gasket around it. And they do that so then that way, when inevitably there is coffee grinds in there, they don't fall out. And then you pack it in the little pouch. Boom, you're good to go. The other cool thing is that it is compatible with an AeroPress Go. So this is a regular AeroPress, so it won't quite fit. But basically in the AeroPress Go, it is supposed to fit, it's like the perfect shape to fit into the top part of the AeroPress Go part. So then that way, you know, you can just take the AeroPress Go and your grinder, and you just got one nice little cubby nugget for your coffee. Another fun thing about the G25 is that it comes in an array of different colors. This one's carbon, but it also comes in black and bronze. Hit the little orange button on the top. This thing pops off. Load in your beans. Clip this thing back on. This thing, for what it's worth, this part does get a little bit finicky. When you're putting this thing back on, sometimes you gotta just slightly wrestle with it. Push this button. Actually, I mean, like here's a prep, it's doing it right now. Wrestle with it a little bit. Get that button in there, boom, done. But then you just grind away and It all grinds into this thing. Dump this into your AeroPress, your coffee pot, whatever, and you're good to go. Here's an up-close shot. All is to say that it is outstandingly consistent. Nice even grinds. I basically went over all the pros list. Actually really the one con list is this orange button gets a little bit finicky when you're trying to reattach the head back on top there. That is literally about it. Otherwise, this thing is fantastic. Even the operation is as smooth as silk. I mean, this is beautifully smooth. I mean, this thing is frictionless. This is alien technology here. The G25, which is supposed to be meant for like a 1 or 2 cup coffee kind of situation. We had a room, we had what, 8 people? Let's see, like 8 people. And we were using one big coffee pot, a drip. I set it to the drip setting. Supposedly it has like 50 different settings, which, all right, I believe it. And we just basically filled the top to the brim like 3 times, ground it out. Took maybe 3 to 4 minutes to grind, everything. Probably even closer to 3 minutes, and boom, done. Very easy to operate, makes more than enough coffee for 1 or 2 people, and you could absolutely use it for a big roaring party too. It won't take you much time at all. It'll give you a little bit of an arm workout. Nothing wrong with that. All is to say that if you are in the market for a portable coffee grinder, and again, if you need one, you know who you are. Campers, travelers, etc. Fishers. The VSSL is about as good as it gets in my opinion. There's not an inch of plastic, not an ounce of plastic on this thing, which I love. I'm in the market for everything non-plastic these days because there's enough plastic shit in the world. You just don't need it or want it. Not an ounce of plastic, beautifully smooth operation. Grind consistency is fantastic. I mean, it is just basically some really fancy burr grinders in there. This thing has every bit of attention to detail and quality that you can imagine, but it also costs as much. You could probably get portable grinders for sub 50 bucks. This thing is coming in at like a whopping 160. Is it worth that price? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes. Because if you're somebody that wants something that is plastic free and that's going to last forever, and also, I mean, honestly looks good and is functional, has every little square inch of it is designed with something clever in mind, then there you go. The VSSL G25 is where it's at. 2 big thumbs up. Would absolutely highly recommend, and cannot believe I'm saying this, that a travel coffee grinder is worth it, but yeah, it's worth what they're asking for. Sub 200 bucks. It's well worth it. It'll never break. And it's very, very clever. So that's it. I wanted to crap on it, just can't. Get it. You will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe. And we'll be back with another video soon.